Hey there, looking to break into voiceover and acting work online or from home? By the end of this video, you'll have the 5 tips that I do every single day to keep myself motivated as an actor, especially during this crazy time of COVID-19. Sitting in your house every day as an actor, oh my God. For the best tips on how to make a living acting anywhere in voiceover or as an on-screen actor from home, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you learn every time I release a new video. I do so every single Wednesday, but once in a while I put one out like today on a Monday. And you'll want to make sure you check them out because they're loaded with great stuff. Before I get started, I want to draw your attention to the coaching program that really launched my acting career. I went from struggling every single day as an actor to being a working actor who makes my living every single day as an actress. And the name of that program is Hollywood Winner's Circle, and it is the brainchild of Wendy Alane Wright, who is a talent manager in LA. And I think that the reason she put it together is because she works with actors, and I mean thousands of actors who are looking to break into a career as an actor. But the problem is that they don't have the right headshots, they don't have the right materials, they don't have a resume that's formatted properly. So she consistently sees people submitting their actor packets, and they're immediately being thrown into the trash because they're not properly put together. So she created this course to help actors put their packages together so that instead of going into the trash, you at least move up into the potential of being seen by casting. So I always send people who are looking to really break into TV and film in her direction. And if you are one of those people who are looking to break into television and film and, be a star on television or something, that is probably a better coaching program for you. Obviously, you'll still want to check in and check out my videos because my videos are going to help you along that journey, because everything kind of works together as you're making your own living acting wherever you currently are in either voiceover or acting on screen or locally. You're going to develop the skills and the resume ticks that you need to show the people who would be buying what you sell, which is your acting skills, that you are capable of selling yourself and getting the work on your own, which means you can generate money. So I have put the link to her coaching program in the description below for your convenience. I hope that when you click that, you head on over to her page and check out all of her information and sign up immediately for her coaching program. You will not regret the decision to do that. It is worth every penny. And like I have mentioned in my other videos, I am able to, I have launched even further because I took her simple pieces, simple coaching things, and turned headshots that were not helping me get into the door into headshots that get me in the door. So just a wildly important thing that you do for your acting career. Link in the description below. And without further ado, tip number 1 for how I keep myself motivated as an actor is daydreaming. Every single morning I wake up and I daydream what my life looks like in my dream outcome of living. And that's going to be different for everybody. And I'm not going to share mine with you because it might surprise you. And it's mine. It's my daydream. And so that daydream, I hold it in my mind and I feel what it feels like to be living in that moment when I wake up in my dream life. And the more that I do this, the more my life resembles the daydream that I've been holding in my mind. And that includes simple things of life like having a home and a car that works and it's a nice one, having a beautiful husband, children who are doing well, sweet dogs, all that kind of stuff. So, and that I'm making my living acting. So all of these pieces come together. So I daydream. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is plant seeds. And what I mean by that is that every single day I do something that pushes myself beyond what I did yesterday. So recently, if you've seen any of my other videos, you're aware that I wrote a book. That is never going to be in my wheelhouse. It never occurred to me that I would write a book. But because one of my drives, one of my passions is to help actors make a living acting anywhere, I needed to put some of that stuff down on paper because a lot of people don't like to watch video. A lot of people don't like to listen. I have a podcast that does exactly this. And so those people are being left out if they prefer to read. So I put together an ebook, and then I turned it into an ultimate guide with a workbook. So by planting seeds, I mean that every single day I do something that pushes the boundaries of what I've always wanted to do. And now so like, let's say I planted the seed of saying that I wanted to have an ebook to help actors make a living acting anywhere. Well, I planted that seed. I wrote it down. I started to water that seed, and it started to grow into an actual ebook. The ebook has been completed. Then the ebook was a seed that needed to kind of be split into 3 different plants, which I recently did with that plant. That used to be a huge plant, and now it's 3 plants, one of which is living at my mother-in-law's house. So, just kind of going along that line, I now have an ultimate guide out that breaks down each of the steps that I list in that ebook into an ultimate guide where it kind of tells you exactly how to do it. But then in connection with that book, that seed grew into an even bigger plant of now it has a workbook with it. And the workbook's actually longer because it gives you a lot of opportunity to write down all of the coaching that you're getting from the ultimate guide itself. So plant seeds is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is work out. Now my body aches, man. I'm starting to get achy. So I have bad knees, but that doesn't stop me, right? And it shouldn't stop you. I have a bad wrist. So when I'm trying to do downward dog and yoga, ow! So sometimes I have to get out of downward dog and I go into a different position. I just move around it. But working out stimulates your brain and it gets your body moving and it energizes your body. And every time you accomplish something new in a workout, it fosters the ability for you to do something new in other places in your life. So if you say to yourself, I'm going to jog a half a mile today, and you accomplish that goal, it sets you up to accomplish the other goals on your list because every time you accomplish something that you set out to do, it creates confidence, and confidence is what helps you get everything else completed. So tip number 3 is workout. I work out every day in some way, shape, or form, unless I don't want to accomplish anything. Tip number 4 is always remember Almost Famous. If you're not familiar with that film, I recommend you watch it. And if you don't know what that means by the end of watching that movie, I would be surprised. For those of you who have seen the movie, Almost Famous is a movie about a band who almost makes it, meaning that they almost come to the point where they become a requested and sought after band who makes good money and is able to tour the world. Whatever that means for them, the point is they almost had an agent who was going to make them stars. And they couldn't get it together long enough or hold their friendships together long enough or get along long enough to so that at the point when they almost made it, they had broken the band apart. And so every day, no matter how many years you've been at this or how long you have been at this, the success that you're looking for could be the very next moment after you quit. So what does that tell you? Don't ever quit. Don't ever quit. Almost Famous. Tip number 4. And tip number 5 is teach somebody else. When you teach somebody else how to get what you want, you create, first of all, you learn that better, right? So in teaching, you are learning and you are becoming fulfilled. You're giving, I guess. I'm not trying to be some kind of guru here, so I don't know what I'm trying to say. But when I started teaching other people how to do what I do and how to get what I want, which is generally what other actors want, I started becoming more and more successful. So to me, that is an obvious gift to both parties. So tip number 5 is teach someone else how to do what you love to do so that you can do more of it, I think. Anyway, those are my 5 tips for how I stay motivated every single day as an actor and voiceover artist. And I hope that they've helped you. If they have, please leave a comment in the description below. I do love communication. I'm a Gemini and I love to communicate with my people. So if you're in my tribe, please leave a comment below. Let me know what tips you have for staying motivated as an actor and a voiceover artist. And I look forward to responding with you. And don't forget the links in the description below will lead you to all sorts of places, including my ebook, The Ultimate Guide to Make a Living Acting Anywhere, and the workbook that comes along with it, which is fillable and also has resources and links to help you make a living acting anywhere. Don't forget Wendy Alane Wright's course in the description below is called Hollywood Winner's Circle, and that will help you get on TV and film if you follow that process and have talent, and all of those things are unknown, so no guarantees, okay? But they will absolutely help you. And until next time, this has been Chrissy with Make a Living Acting Anywhere, and I look forward to next time. I hope you do.